Hi everyone, my name is Alana Wallen. I'm the manager of AI Product and Strategy for Soulmates AI at Eisenberg. I'm here with Matthew Downs, Senior Director of Content Operations. How's it going today, Matthew?
Pretty great, Alana. Thanks for having me.
Great. So today we're going to walk through how Soulmates AI can help content teams like Matthew's keep pace with culture by validating creative and messaging before even publishing. If this is your first time joining us, Soulmates AI is an intelligent workspace and always-on audience research lab. We build high-fidelity digital twins that let you see not only what your audience cares about, but why. So Matthew, you're working all across content ops. Can you tell us a little bit about the problems you face day to day?
Yeah, so content teams are always being asked to publish more and faster, and to do so, we rely on gut instinct, social listening tools, which are often lagging behind actual audience behavior. That means by the time when we react, culture's already shifted, and any kind of misalignment between your site, your landing pages, or your social campaigns can be really costly.
That sounds incredibly difficult, and that's where Soulmates AI comes in. By combining real-time search capabilities with our platform, we can surface specific signals, whether they're drivers, motivations, and so on, so creative content decisions can land right the very first time. So let's dive into a few prompts we might ask to help guide content planning for this week. So today we're using our general gaming persona, and we're going to focus on brand content that would resonate with gamers. So Matthew, what do you want to ask first?
I want to know what's trending in the gaming space right now.
Okay.
So, I want to know what people are talking about and, kind of understand the language that they're using.
Know what people are talking about. So here's what we're seeing. We're seeing that people are talking about remakes and reboots. The gaming industry, a lot like the movie industry, is seeing a rise in remakes. I know what that's like. I know people are a little bit nervous, to invest time and resources because they don't know what's working out there. People are talking about Roblox and indie gaming, the challenges AAA titles are seeing, the emergence of new platforms, next-gen console competition. Wow, this is a lot of content. What are you noticing?
One thing that immediately stood out was the growth of cozy games and gamified wellness. I think that's pretty interesting.
So let's dig deeper into the growth of cozy games and gamified wellness. What other conversations are taking place around this?
And so we're still on web search with this, right?
Totally right. I'm glad you pointed that out because this platform is so much more than just web search. What is actually happening right now is our agent, Enya, is using the tool web search. But after we get into this, we can actually get into the personas and see what they think about what we've discovered. Speaking of which, we just got our response from our web search. So it's saying that the growth of cozy games and gamified wellness is a fascinating trend, and there's a few conversations going on. The anti-stress and mental health aspect, people are talking about escapism and relaxation. Oh, it looks like they've got low stakes, mindfulness and digital detox, accessibility, inclusivity. What's kind of jumping out for you, Matthew?
Yeah, I think mindfulness, that's really interesting because most games, involving yourself in an activity such as a game, it's active, right? So the idea of a kind of level of passivity with the player is really interesting to me.
Yeah, you know what? This seems like a great thing. We could actually go to our personas and ask them what they think about it, because when I'm thinking about mindfulness and you just reminded me, it sounds like a great way to be very present. Maybe we can ask the personas, what do they get from these cozy games?
Let's see.
Hey, Enya, let's talk to our audience. We want to ask them, what do they get out of playing cozy games? What sort of experiences are they looking for? And what does it give them? All right, so we've got our response from our audience. Wow, so as you can see, we've got a huge amount of information because we talked to over 20 out of 150 different personas. And we don't want to read every single one right now because we're trying to get to the meat of this conversation. So we're gonna activate our agent, Enya, and we're gonna say, hey, Enya, can you write a summary of these responses for us? So among these themes that I'm seeing, the thing that's standing out to me the most is stress relief and a peaceful escape, calming atmosphere, creative freedom I really didn't expect. That's new to me. And also a sense of accomplishment without the intensity or pressure of competition. I never would have expected that. What are you seeing here that's kind of jumping out to you?
Let's stick with mindfulness.
Absolutely.
I think that's the theme today.
So we want to understand, what does that look like? What does a sense of accomplishment mean to these personas when they're playing their games? So let's ask the audience, what does a sense of accomplishment look like to them? And what does it mean? Why is it so meaningful for them? So apparently, most of these personas say that a sense of accomplishment is about the deep satisfaction and pride in their progress, even in small incremental ways. And it's about being inside of that relaxed, non-pressured environment. It's not about high-stakes victory, and it's more about the journey. I think we found a really good idea here that people are wanting to see content that supports their goals of growth, but not about growth that is tied to anything specific, but growth for the sake of growth. So
low stakes growth.
Yeah, low stakes growth, personally meaningful growth. So we really like this idea, Enya, the idea of growth for the sake of growth. Growth that is incremental. Let's take what we've learned here and write a creative brief to guide our content strategy for this week. All right, she gave us a brief. Let's read it together. So the project title, she even gave us a fun title for it. I'll just scroll to the top. Cultivating Calm, the joy of gentle growth in cozy games. Our objective, we want to attract new players and re-engage existing ones with our platform's cozy game offerings by highlighting the unique sense of fulfilling, incremental accomplishment and stress-free growth they provide. We want to position cozy games as mindful and rewarding as a gaming experience. The target individuals, people who are seeking relaxation and stress relief, people who appreciate creative expression. Our key message, discover the profound satisfaction of incremental growth and gentle accomplishment in cozy games. Our platform offers a haven where every small step forward brings immense joy and a deep sense of personal fulfillment without any pressure.
I love that. I love low pressure. I'm immediately drawn to the blog post, obviously, Beyond the Win. I think exploring what motivates people to play cozy games is the real takeaway for me. And having it broken down based on the audience language is really interesting.
That's great. I'm glad you got so much out of it, Matthew. So you're able to go from guesswork to grounded insights with Soulmates AI, and now people like Matthew can make decisions with confidence. Thank you so much for joining us. If you'd like to learn more about Soulmates AI, please visit soulmates.ai and click Let's Talk to schedule a demo. See you next time.